Morning, collective. Okay, let's get ready to unravel the mystery. You ready? Follow the red thread. Okay. So, the theme is who gets to be the storytellers? Yeah, who gets to be the storytellers? Okay, so this started a few days ago. Excuse me. It started a few days ago when I was listening to this fellow whose name I can't remember because I'm terrible with names. I'll make sure I add it to the description. I love this fellow. He has wild lion hair, in my opinion, but he, kind of what I love about the charismatic voice, very learned, very well researched, very curious, very respectful of the topics that he covers. He covers a lot of subjects. But anyways, suffice to say, I was listening to him talk to, and give this really lengthy talk about the Bible, and if we were to use it as a map and as kind of like, oh, we're kind of in the end times, or like these things that have been talked about, again, the stories that have been told since the beginning of time, that seems to be playing out. Anyway, again, very well researched. Him and this other expert kind of map out the Bible and the details that it gives, and then giving the real life names to these places and in a timeline of where we're at. But at one point he asks the question, because it does seem as though we're on this timeline that exists within the Bible that also aligns, as he mentions, with the Hopi prophecies, the Mayan calendar. So it's not just biblical, okay? This isn't a Christian fanatic. This is someone, again, very well researched, loves connecting, following the red thread, and he does it very well. But he asks the question, though, of, is it possible for us, because we're in this one particular area where it's about to get real rough, and then real rough before the 1,000 years of peace. Or as the Hopi say, like this rainbow tribe, like there's these stages. And he asks, like, could we collectively flip the script? And that's my term. He had said something else, but essentially, like, could we flip the script? Could we spiritually evolve quick enough to decide, you know what, we actually don't need to do this. We don't need to go the distance in this hellscape. We could collectively say, enough is enough, right here, right now, enough. And to go back to the question of who are the story writers, we are the story writers. Who has been writing our stories? And I mentioned it in yesterday's video, the seer and the unseen of, sorry, just lost the thought. This construction outside of my window is a little bit distracting. The seer and the unseen, who gets to write the stories. It'll come to me. Let's have a sip of water about it. It is that one drill. Oh God, and then someone was laying on the horn. Yeah, there's a real vibe the last couple days. Every time I go for a walk, people are losing their shit in traffic, which is always a good finger on the pulse of the global landscape. Okay, focus. Yeah, something. Oh yeah, who gets to tell the stories? See, it's very distracting. I'm so sorry if we all have to listen to that. Oh my God, I may have to pause this. Normally it doesn't bother me. I was just filming a love video before this and it didn't bother me. This bothers me. Yeah, are there people who get to tell the stories right now? Are they bothered by the fact that we're collectively finding our voices? Okay, so moving along, it'll come back to me. But what they're also keep showing me, so going back to the charismatic voice, this woman whose video is very different, but a lot of downloads come from watching her, which is brilliant. What I love about her is that when she focuses on certain artists like Florence and the Machine, not using pitch correct in their performances and talking about how she loves this, allowing, because we're so focused on perfection and we have all this technology, we're always trying to perfect, but it's really about losing our humanness. And then Spirit keeps going back to this key point. Oh, what I was saying yesterday about, oh my God, as soon as it's right here, I just had it back, that fucking drill takes it right out of my head. It's like, yeah, something doesn't want the message. Someone doesn't want us to find our collective voices, to reclaim our place at the table of storytellers. The table of storytellers. Collective, this is what we are. Oh, fuck, it's gonna come back to me. Oh, Serenity now, spirits, can we just take that man's drill out of his hands for a hot second? Go have a hot dog about it. Go find a Tim Hortons, please. You know what? I used to do construction, and what's so crazy is that most construction is literally, it's a lazy day. Like, yeah, some work does get done, but there are so many goddamn breaks. These guys work consistently. I will give them that. Okay, good. He's quiet. Okay, focus. Now that he's quiet. The storytellers. Fuck. Okay, we'll move along. It'll come back. The humanness. Going back to the charismatic. Oh, yes. We're losing our humanity. Like, even with AI is doing a lot of the reading and writing for us now. That's what the reading was. I referenced Asha, who talked about there was a point in human history where we evolved. We went from that stage of the oral tradition of just having the first language be more music and kind of guttural songs. And then we superseded to the point where we got to like the written. She said, you know, a lot of people consider that a real advancement and celebratory, but that there was really equal amount of people that was like, this is actually a deficit for us. This is a loss, because how we really receive our knowledge comes through action and application. And if it's just readily available, we're dulling ourselves down. We're becoming desensitized. And yeah, they're showing me like Elon Musk, this merging of human and machine. And I'm seeing again the erasure of the humanness in us. And again, the overall darkness of the world that gets to write the stories, right? And look what's happening in the United States right now. Again, we've already seen like before all of this craziness, there was already a lack of proper representation in our history. You know, who gets to tell the stories? The church has been able to tell the stories for a long time. Our governments, our schools, it's very strategic. Now they're showing me, again, this link of like the Simpson episodes of how the writers were able to write things years ago into the Simpsons that we're now seeing played out. So there's this emphasis on what we create. And all of my videos are talking about the way out of this is through dreaming. A lot of magic. This is putting down the sword, picking up the pen, using our voices in terms of, instead of violence, the uprising, but using our voices, the truth, but also the creative application. Creativity and magic and creating a new world, it really is like, yeah, speaking the truth, being the truth, but also saying, no, like we write the stories, and we can, going back to flip the script, we don't have to take it all the way to the nth degree to learn this lesson. We can flip the script, and anytime we can rewrite the story. And then they wanted me to pull out this guy today, and randomly, so I opened up to the date on the page is for May 24th, and it's called Your Heart Follows Your Treasure. And I kind of read through to see if anything stuck out. Nothing really did, but it comes from Matthew 6:21. Now, in all of my videos where I talk about that the new divine feminine, the polarities are switching between the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and that this cosmic egg, the kundalini, the egg, the new world, the new divine masculine feminine, that there's like this shift, and that this is, it seems the emphasis is on the summer solstice, because Matthew is 6:21. So Matthew 6:21 is, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. And now they're referencing, oh my Lanta, this drill. I'm so sorry, my people. They're referencing the same guy who did this biblical talk. There's a clip that I saw him where he was saying something to the effect that modern day scientists, all these people across the world, have not been able to figure out what it is when all the cells are coming together in the womb, when the egg and sperm have connected, the fetus is starting to build itself in its proper timeline, that when the heart has been built, they cannot figure out what it is, that the moment why the heart chooses to have its first heartbeat. But what he said is, and he is, again, extensively traveled, researched all across the world with all different types of people, and what he said is that scientists don't know, but what every indigenous culture seems to have in their tradition is that they all say that it's when the soul enters the body. That is when the first heartbeat. And now there's this emphasis on June 21st, the summer solstice, because what they'd said in one of the other readings that I can't remember, but is very follow the thread, that this is, because we knew it was going to be 9 months. The 9 months came out, and I said, like, where are we in this cosmic pregnancy? And they were like, well, it's going to be 9 months, but the emphasis was on June 21st, the summer solstice. So there seems to be something building, and that would, I don't know, and this timing of, like, collectively we can flip the script, that we are also, who gets to sit at the table? You know, certain people have decided, oh, only we get to be the storytellers. And, and like, no, that's not the case. So yeah, they're really showing me, like, people physically, go write a short story. Go write this out. How do you want the world to play out right now? Let's all collectively flip the script. Use our minds. They're really this cone of power. The dreaming. We can't lose our humanness. We can't become the machine. The machine wants us to become the machine. Cold. Unfeeling. Undreaming. Enslaved. Going back to the charismatic voice. Back to the humanness. Humans were locked into this idea of perfection. And what I had said in yesterday's reading with the seer and the unseen, I had referenced when I was doing this herbal walk that one of the fellows leading it had asked us how to identify the non-native species of tree. And at first we didn't know. And then he said, because nothing's interacting with it. The birds, all of nature. So there's these things in our life right now, this time and place where we've taken what makes us human, our spirit. We're connecting to things that are not native to our nature. And we've made that our focus. We've plunked it in and said, hey, you know what? This doesn't belong here, but we're gonna treat it as though it does. Like we're putting things in our environment that are not natural. And this is like literal as well as, allegorical and such. Oh, going back to the heartbeat. It's almost like they want the message now. We take this time, and especially there's something about Easter. Easter is a big one this year. I don't know what is happening between Easter and the summer solstice. I feel like collectively this is the time to go within, but start dreaming big. The biggest act of resistance is all the things I keep talking about. Really simple things, but they're even trying, like, The arts is so important. Art saves. Art is also, it is alchemical. Music, there's so much magic associated, like music. Oh, music heals, music saves, music is, again, all of these things alchemical. We can rewrite things, we can change it at any time. We can paint a new landscape for this world. We can rewrite how, like, they're emphasizing, like, picture it. And the other video, the machine kills the dreams, the vision board. Collectively, we need this vision board. And to just say, and so it is, and it is so, because my word is the law, you know? We are creators. We are all creators. We all have a seat at the storyteller's table. Your voice, going back to the other video, the grain of a mustard seed, all of us collectively, our cups have been empty. But for those of us with just a grain of a mustard seed, and collectively it's been piled together to create the star. From the Lightseers deck that has this tether, this is what's tethering us. It's all our collective dreams. If we put them all together, this is going to tie into the proton that they cut in half, they split, and how prayer works. When you split a proton in half and they put them 14 miles apart, and what you did to one proton happened to the other proton. In real life, the prayers, we affect each other. We have impact on the singular, the micro, and the macro. Who are the storytellers? We are. They want to take our voice away. Okay. Then on the next page, it called to me. So it's called the single eye. And I kept referring in another video, the eye of the needle. So it says, if therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. Wherever you give your attention to is a thing that governs your life. The single eye, singular focus. If we singularly focus on the big dream, a beautiful world, a beautiful, magnificent world, where every single person has access to clean water, to food in their bellies, to safety, protection, that everyone has, again, the root chakra, all their needs met. Everyone has housing. For fuck. The fact that we have people sleeping on the streets and we think we're advanced as a species, that we're above animals. Ugh, just embarrassing. Yeah, I go back to my readings. It's all rise. The vulnerable shall inherit the earth. All rise. Like, we are the people, you know? This world is for everyone. No one is above. As God's people, we don't crawl before anyone. No one is above, no one is below. Everyone deserves to have that basic fundamentals. We are the storytellers. Let's flip the script. Again, we are the power. People have forgotten. You come from the power. You are the power. You will return to power. Now, there's all types of power out there. You got to choose the one. But, I know which power I am locked into. Choose it every day. We are the storytellers. The power, if you go back to, again, creation, the creation story, how things are created. You think it, you speak it, you can write it. For me, and then I'm physical. Oh yeah, they're showing this emphasis on movement. For me, when I walk, I walk miles and miles and miles. But it's they're saying it's laying new tracks, kind of like neural pathways. We have to lay the seeds in and lay new tracks, really set the groove, lay these stories in. Kind of like with the beads, you just say it over and over again. You say out your dreams again and again and again, and you enact it, dancing, music, celebration, being alive, laughing with your people, eating good food, sharing. Real emphasis on the village, going back to how the communities are being replaced, because it's not about a singular identity that creates a community. It's about the village, the rainbow tribe, the Hopi prophecy. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, so now that we got this, clearly we need to pull out a old Kimi K, spiritual Kimi K. Again, if you don't know anything about this person, go check out their social media, because she does so much more than this, but like, she's an alchemist. This person is very witchy, wizardy, high priestess. Very, very, very inspirational. Okay, Kimi K. Ooh, the storytellers. Yeah. Who sits at the storyteller's table? Fucking we do. All right. Hold on, let's move this. Let's move this. Too many things. Oh, I hate when things get crowded. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's have a little bit of water. Sorry, guys. When the energy comes in like this, I get excited. It's like a live wire. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for like a more manic energy. With the love and then some of these downloads, it's real high vibe. And high vibe, it's like, yeah, I just see like cables, wire cables, and I see a big thick fat one, and it's just like this energy is just like very intense. I'm here for it, but like, man, sometimes I gotta hold on. I'm grounding it to the very best of my ability here. Okay, storytellers. Okay, what do you want us to know, Spirit? The tear. Yeah. Yes. Okay, this is the perfect time to talk about that other video, because I'd referenced yesterday the charismatic voice. But the video that really I actually want, this is like your homework, if you're into homework, but also, because they're showing me also, not only the storytellers, but there's this emphasis on movement. Again, walking, inlaying grooves, but conducting. Now, I'm a very handsy, but when I sing, I use, there's like a conducting. They want you to move. There's something about, yeah, movement, energy, conducting. Dreaming this dream, creating. They want you to use movement somehow, if that makes sense. Conduct. Find a flow, even if it's like moving your body or stretching. I don't know. There's an emphasis on this. Ooh, the warrior. Yeah, all rise. Ooh, we got that snake. Ooh, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Here, the warrior, the self. Exactly. See what's happening here? And then even with this tear, I was thinking about that. Like here. Okay. The creator. Oh, my Lanta. What did I say? Put down your swords, pick up your brush. We're locked in, people. We are locked in. And the diamond again. Eros. With the king. Okay, we're going to take these cards, 6 cards. Again, going back to the 6th, June. I'm telling you. Buckle up, buttercups. Okay, here we go. You ready? They really want this, the river, the horse. There's so much also horse energy in... Okay. Okay. I'm excited. Ooh, the storytellers. I love when it all comes together. Okay. Where's my coffee? Oh, I've been drinking, guys, I've been naturally coming off of sugar and coffee, and it's interesting. Yeah, I feel like naturally things are just kind of falling away that I normally really love, and I'm telling you, it's going back to the cable. Yeah, when you give up certain things, you get locked in tight like a tiger. They're really showing me my tiger's eye. I have 3 tiger's eye right here, but then they're showing the tiger tears. The tears of a tiger. Let's see if I can show you some of these beautiful. Oh, I love tiger's eye. Oh, again, sorry guys. Whatever, it's beautiful. Tiger tears. Okay, the tear. Tear 69. All right, Spirit, where are you taking us? I'm so excited. The morning, the release, the rain. Humanness. Machines can't cry. We can't lose our humanness. We can't lose our heart. Don't forget to cry, okay? This is really important right now. Going back to being desensitized. We cannot become desensitized to the depravity that is occurring in the world. It's not normal. It is not normal to wake up and see on your social media literally genocide after genocide after genocide. This is not normal. We cannot forget to cry. We cannot forget to lose our humanity, our heart. Tears are droplets of letting go. Once they begin to fall, we allow the swelling tide of emotion to run its elemental course. Often, the tear is what's needed in order for a conversation or situation to break into the next level of intimacy and vulnerability. That's right. Vulnerability is strength personified. Grace is strength personified. The real deal is the heart. That is what the machine is trying to take away from us. This erasure. And on one of the commercials that come up, the masterclass, is it Solomon Rushdie? One of the authors, and it starts with him saying something to the effect, we need stories to understand ourselves. And I'm really seeing like poetry. We need this creative language. We're the only creature that does it. We need these things, these stories, going back to the oral tradition of understanding ourselves. And also storytelling is an art form. Woo! Okay, sorry guys, I'm focused. Some say that tears are so powerful in softening our egos, exactly, our egos, the machine, that they open up a portal to the unseen world. Going back to yesterday's message, are you the seen or are you the unseen? Here we go, guys. Through our watery eyes, the ancestors catch a glimpse of us, and we are reminded of their internal embrace. We sense our humanity. Yes, keywords. I need a cowbell. I need a cowbell in here. Every time we hit the keywords, I'm going to start ringing bells. More cowbell. Okay. Our humility. And we allow ourselves to be held. Again, cradling. I talked about this in grief. It is likely this card appears when there's grieving yet to do, as sinking down into disappointment or despair that once... It is likely this card appears when there is grieving yet to do, as sinking down into disappointment or despair that once acknowledged will bring a shimmer of clarity to our dewy eyes. Yeah, we need to collectively grieve because we're desensitized right now. We're all in autopilot because, again, the machine's trying to kill us. Our plates are too full. Trying to keep us so full that we can't rewrite our story. We can't flip the script. We can't dream. We can't have hope. We need to start crying. Because what is happening in the world is weep-worthy. I'm sorry. But, like, it's beyond. Okay. If both the tear and the river appear in a reading, this indicates... And we do have the river! Okay. This indicates an excess of the water element in your life. As in the Ayurvedic tradition, balance it out with fire and earth. Oh my god, and I was just talking about this with my friend Nadia, who I also mentioned. She has too much water. And I was like, girl, you need more fire. Let me give you some of my fire. Yeah. And this is what's coming in with the new divine masculine and the new divine feminine, the polarities. And I was saying how it's not about having complementary elements, it's about having complete opposites. And I've been working just with fire and water Oh my God. Again, full circle. Hakuna Matata. Oh, Spirit, you're delightful. The tear is powerful. Again, there's nothing to be ashamed about. Being sensitive, crying. Crying is so powerful. The salty waters, yep. And it is possible to be subsumed in its waters. Find a supportive place to open the floodgates. Yeah, okay, so balance. Grieving, and even with our anger, fire and water. There's like appropriate either containers, times, or places, but it's important. And to ask yourself too, are you, because I was talking about in grief, we can't be carried away. We also can't get stagnant. We can't get caught in one loop. The water has to flow. The channel has to be, you have to keep it moving. You don't want to get stuck. And also, it's a fine line in grief and in rage. You have to keep a balance. You have to keep 10 toes in, one into the earth, the here, the present, real life, clarity, but also lean in. Don't check out, check in. Lean into the emotion, but don't get swept away. Yeah, when light, melody, melancholy, flowing through. When dark, drowning, drama, murkiness. Okay. Guys, locked in. Here we go. The warrior. '81. Maybe we have some 1981 people here, such as myself. Yeah. You're the rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo, am I right? It's a new dawn. It's a new day. They keep coming back to Nina Simone, and it's just like this morning. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. That's our song, people. Like, this is our song. Let's take the power back, because we are the power. We are the storytellers. Oh, shit. Wait. Did I get that wrong? Why am I on the nectar? Hold on. What? Sorry, I was getting all passionate, and then my passion led me to the nectar, which is like getting that bad cake. The warrior. Oh, it is just 81. I went to 181. Oh, because I was thinking about 1981. I see. The samurai, the soldier, the advocate. That's right. All rise. This is it. We're fighting a new fight in a different way. And yes, there is still going to be violence. There is still going to be a pushback. We all have our role. Some of us will be putting physically our bodies on the line. We all have a role in this flipping the script. But I keep hearing, though, for the most part, we're doing something different. We're doing something new. Instead of literally fighting our way out of this, we are going to literally use magic, inspiration, and our dreams. Our dreams are literally, it's the paintbrush. We are going to dream ourselves out of this. Hallelujah. Jesus, take the wheel. I'm fucking on fire over here. I am on fire. And I'm not saying I'm the fire. I'm just like, I am moved. I am so moved right now. Oh, what a beautiful, I was just going to say, what a beautiful vision. And then it says, we often envision the dream. Here we go. Buckle up, buttercups. Okay, one more sip of water. Here we go. We often envision the warrior as an armored figure with a sword in hand, moving blindly toward battle. Yet, the deeper aspects of this archetype bring us face to face with death itself. The warrior stands precariously at the edge of life and death, trusting the eternal to guide the sword's blade. The warrior's work requires presence, alignment, and purpose. Exactly, harnessing the horses. If and when the warrior loses its center, meaningless confrontations and violence are their default response. Yeah. When this card appears, it is important to question the battle at hand. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I do believe in nonviolence, but I also, like, for instance, I'm just going to say it, if I saw a cop innocently killing someone on the street right now, I would absolutely intervene on behalf of the person. Absolutely. I'm always willing to put my body on the line. Abso-fucking-lutely. I know what I'm willing to die for. I'm not joking. I am not kidding. But I'm a Buddhist. I'm a really, I believe in nonviolence. I really do. But we're in a time, and also because there's some really terrible human beings doing terrible things to other humans, this is a time where some of us, our goal, our only purpose, we will be the bodies on the line. There is going to be pushback. There will be acts of violence. But there's also going to be an even greater amount of us that are doing the dreaming to jump us into a hole, and a raising of energies. Again, it's about higher vibration. We're leaving this lower vibrational, we're dreaming a new dream, but choosing the battle, because it's about doing something different, putting down the sword. Okay. It is likely, so it's important to question the battle at hand. It is likely a great one with deep roots and long-standing tensions. The actions you take will stay with you long after the dust settles, so choose wisely, brave one. As you draw your sword, realign with the eternal wisdom within, then surrender to the battle. When light, fierce clarity, purposeful action, resolve, resilience. When dark, threats, savagery, abandoning, mission and values. Exactly. Because we don't want to become the dark. It's really easy. It's a fine line, guys. It's a very fine line. Be careful, as the warrior implies war. The two go hand in hand. Those who defeat others are strong. Those who defeat themselves are mighty. When we change the inner world, the outer world changes. Dreaming new dreams. Without a true purpose, manifesto, or oath, the warrior is lost. What do you stand for? What are you willing to rise in the name of? Write it out. Exactly. What are you literally willing to die for at this point? Because the world is on fire right now. No hyperbole here. I am blessed in this moment to not be in a war-torn country, that I have clean water. This itself is riches. Water is richness. Very blessed right now. Okay. The self. But also, guys, I personally, as much as I'm a realist, I'm an optimist. As I've stated before, I personally have not come all this way to die like a fart in the breeze. I did not come all this way and crawl out of my own hellish landscapes and to be a human at this time, to see the world. I have a child. And because I have a child, it means that I, as a parent, have love for all the children. I want our future generations to have heaven on earth. And I believe in the impossible. I always believe in the impossible. I'm a go big or go home kind of person. You can't knock a good man down. It's our God-given right to have a beautiful, heaven on earth. It's for all of us, not just a select few. Okay, I digress. Sorry, guys. I'm getting the passions. Oh, I'm getting the passions. At least I'm not sweating. I've regulated. Remember? I said in my beginning videos I couldn't regulate the hot, cold, hot, cold. Okay, well, that's a good sign. The self. 97. Maybe someone's here born in 1997. I'm getting some years here. The Temptress. No, it's bringing me to, okay, what is wrong with me? Why are we... The Siren. I said the self. 119. Oh, okay. The soul, the witness, the watcher, the seer, right? The witness, the soul, all the key words. Cowbell, ding, ding, ding. The self is the prism that allows the spectrum of our personalities to radiate. It does not judge, prohibit, suppress, or oppress any of its parts, as it lovingly knows that all aspects have a time and a place and leads us to experience the full breadth of life's offerings. The self is a central, abiding container, the awareness of the infinite universe of possibilities. When this card appears, it's a call to step back into witness consciousness, to observe yourself navigating the world. Ask yourself, am I the stew or am I the chef? In most situations, Our ego draws us into the cauldron where we swirl, spin, and smolder in chaos. Yet the self is a graceful culinary dancer, watching, waiting, observing as the spectrum of ingredients becomes the flavor of our life. Look in the mirror for 30 seconds or more. Attempt to see the you behind the you. Just kiss the chef. Spirit is always just killing it. If this card is perplexing for you, you are on the right track. It challenges us to expand our sense of identity beyond the little self, and the ego resists such movement. It's no surprise that the two central mantras in the yoga tradition concerning themselves with the self. Experiment with Soham, I am that, and Satnam, true identity. When light, witnessing, accepting new aspects of self. When dark, disjointed, fatigued, diffused energy and purpose. Yeah, they're trying to keep us from ourselves. And look at the theme here of all that. This is what we all have within us. We're all, whether it's this, and then we all have our little pearls, our little diamonds, like that exudes our light, you know? Ooh, the creator. Here we go. I'm so excited for this. The artist, the alchemist, the innovator, the creator, the first archetype in the trio of existence. Yeah, that's how you bring things into existence. Okay, is not intimidated by darkness or by lack. Because what I was saying before in my other video, lack is just a lack of eyesight. It's perception. Okay, I digress. They know that from the void, creation inevitably emerges. With meager, minimal, and outlandish materials, you don't need anything to dream. If you can get a piece of pen and paper, literally, it's all you need. You just need your mind, a vision board, a pad of paper, and a pen. Write it out. Literally low-cost materials. Yeah, with meager, minimal, and outlandish materials. The creator reveals a new image. They make the empty room resonate with healing sounds. They generate bounty from the seed that others tossed away. Though generative, this archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible, leaving unexpected openings in the wake of its destruction. The creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is, not imagining or wishing things were different, and second, trusting that a force greater than themselves awaits constant collaboration with each human soul. Whether we call it nature, God, goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the creator's lifelong companion. Love this. The creator is naturally attractive and coveted as its energy zings with possibility. That's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling very zing. You can feel when a creator type enters the room, all eyes land on them. To increase your creator energy, ward off jadedness at all costs. Recommit to childlike curiosity and nix the rules, which swings back around to why I love the charismatic voice. Using her, like, I just love her as an example, because even if you don't care about the content, she is a perfect example of childlike joy, sense of curiosity, wonderment, playfulness, exploration, open mind, seeing the extraordinary in the little details. God is in the details, the miraculous miracles, but also having the technical understanding to appreciate and really seeing and hearing everything. Nothing is lost on this person, and just to see them talk about what they find exceptional is literally so inspirational. And this is like what I feel, like that childlike curiosity. Woo! Okay. I wonder who's still with me. Ooh, we're at 44. Okay, we're gonna read these and then I gotta go. Row 9. Eros. Love as desire, eroticism, sensuality. Yeah. It needs to be desire, a longing. To have a dream, you have to long for that dream. You have to desire it really bad. You have to want it. You have to really want it. And not like in a McDonald's fast food kind of way. You gotta really want it. Like more than life itself, you gotta really want it. Though Eros can be depicted as unbridled sexuality and eroticism, a more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads us to the root of desire itself. What do we long for? Yeah, what's in our heart's desire? Why are we awakened by love? What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? Eros reconnects us with the primal longing to merge with another human being, nature, music, art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive we are separate from. Eros allows us to momentarily unite. Our hearts embrace otherness, and in doing so, we further understand our own. Our life force awakens. This card reveals an inevitable initiation into love's labyrinth. You may find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. Explore the labyrinth with a curious and honest heart, and remember, though the way is circuitous, you are always being led toward its center. When light, passion, playfulness, sexual health. When dark, madness, projection, obsession. The Hindu goddess Lalita, she who plays, can help activate Eros energy. She's also known as, oh boy, I'm really bad with enunciating things sometimes, folks. Kameshvari, I believe. I butchered that, maybe. Empress of Desire. Ooh, I love that. Yeah, Empress of Desire. Plato reminds us that Eros can be experienced as platonic love. It is activated when we witness beauty and truth in the world, when our barriers soften. Hell yeah. Okay, the King. I'm not feeling called to read the River for whatever reason. I think it tied with the Tear, but also like this horse energy. I'm not being called to read it, so I'm not going to, but we will end on the King. Food for thought. Okay. 85. Ooh, do we have a 1985 person here? What would 1985 be? Ooh, the year of the ox, I believe. Ooh. Ox is in the triangle of affinity with rooster. Oh, I went to the kiss. I have just been turning to all the weirdest pages. Okay, I'm gonna read the kiss. I'm feeling romantic. I keep hearing someone needs a smooch. Okay, we're gonna read the kiss, and then I'll go to the King, and then we're gonna get out of here. Yeah, someone needs a smooch today. And in the picture, hand holding. Also, sometimes a smooch helps to create that spark that sets the fire. Yeah, the sensuality. Yeah, love is in the air. We need all this new love that's coming in, again, to keep us in our hearts, our humanity. Even in the darkest times, people are always still today someone's gonna be falling in love for the first time. How beautiful is that? Okay, the touch, the chemistry, the sex. Before a first kiss, the air is electrified. Yeah, it is. Each breath is alive with possibility and magic. What would their lips be like? Their tongue? Do they want me in return? The archetypal energy, it's so hard for me to say that word. The archetypal energy of the kiss is a heightened sensation of merging with the other, of letting in what was moments ago separate to become one. I'm also hearing the Spice Girls again on To Become One. Great song. Baby Spice, you know? Sporty Spice. All the spice. Scary Spice. Ginger. Posh. Okay. It is risky but beautiful business. It is beautiful business. I love that. Yeah, love is beautiful business. Yeah, I love that. These moments forever change us as we move past the solitary self toward union and acceptance. This card suggests true intimacy is around the corner, which requires bravery and surrender. Yeah. To love with all of your heart, to let everything just hang out, to be like, here I am. That's very brave. When the kiss takes a non-human form, it may be experienced as touching the sacred, hearing a whisper, or being graced by a divine being. You will recognize the presence of the kiss by cold chills and an awakening of the heart. Hell yeah, I'm so glad I accidentally fell here. Intimacy is multi-layered and requires our reflection. Revisit what you consider to be sensual, taboo, acceptable, shameful. Guys, cowbell moment. Write down the story of your first kiss. What was changed in that moment? Okay, I'm being called to tell the story. Okay, we're going long. Okay, I have mentioned it before, but if you're just new and tuning in, I tell you about that in my stories that I had lived in New York. And when I lived in New York, that first year and a half of New York was the most magical, incredible time of my life. So it was my first New Year's Eve in New York. Now, my birthday in New York and New Year's Eve, I always spend alone, where I allow the magic to happen, but I usually have a little tete-a-tete with spirit, and we co-create, we dream together. And there was this park, McCarran Park. I always went to McCarran Park for some reason, and New Year's had kind of already happened. The ball had been dropped. I wasn't there. I was back in Brooklyn and had finished wandering around, and it was like 12:30, close to 1 a.m., and I'd been sitting on this bench, and I was just kind of co-creating with the universe. I was putting out what I wanted. And at that time, I had been single for a couple years. And I was ready to maybe have to go back out to the world. And so the word that I was really focused on and that I was really feeling is that I wanted to experience sweetness. Something, again, to kind of just, when your heart's tender, you just need a little sweetness. And so I'm co-creating, and it's getting late, and so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go walk back home, which was gonna take a bit. So I was like, all right, great New Year's, beautiful, kiss the chef. But then Spirit was like, no, like we want you to walk up this part of Greenpoint, which was the opposite direction of where I lived in Brooklyn. And I was like, this is where sometimes, again, the human in me, the personality, sometimes when Spirit's like, can you go do this thing? And I'm like, really? Like, what? Why? Do we have to do it right now? Like, does it have to be the second? Spirit was like, no, it is the second. We really want you to walk. I want you to walk up. Just walk. Listen to us. Just keep going up this way. And at that time, and I didn't know this because this was the first winter that I just moved to New York in October, so it's winter time. And I thought that it just always had a lot of snow. New York actually doesn't usually get a lot of snow, but in 2010, this was the winter of all winters. And it started to softly start snowing, these magical snowflakes. So I'm walking, and in this one particular part of Greenpoint, it's like I had walked, and then the next little street above, that was like the dead end. And so I was like, and nothing had really, I was like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand this walk, and I'm tired now. I really want to go home. And Spirit was like, just finish walking up the street. Like, just go. So I was like, okay, I'm going to walk up the street, and then I don't care what you say, I'm going home. So I'm walking, and again, because of that snow, that quiet, soft snow, it was like so quiet. And this little side street, and there was like Christmas lights still up, and it was pretty quiet because it was after the big countdown, so everything was pretty kind of contained, kind of more quiet now. And as I'm walking, and I had chosen not to walk on the sidewalk, I was like kind of walking in the middle of the street. And as I'm walking up the middle of the road, there's only one other person I can see. They're out on this porch, and they're smoking. And as I'm walking by, they say to me, hey, Happy New Year. And it really made me truly stop, for I stopped, and I really took that in. I was like, you know what, like, yeah, Happy New Year to you too. And then they said, have you been kissed yet? And I said, no, I have not. And they said, would you like one? I said, are you offering? Which, okay, now guys, you don't know me, but like it is very much like me, but also very much not like me. I don't just go around laying down smooches with random people more often than not. Not like it hasn't happened, but it's kind of within my character, not within my character. It was like the perfect moment. It was to this day, just, so I did. I marched over and gave this person a smooch. And again, it was literally the sweetest, I just can't describe it other than it was the sweetest kiss, most magical, but also like, it's not like this person and I were gonna hook up. It was just like, again, the universe was just like taking a little dandy, just blowing a little kiss my way, just because, to be honest, if you would have asked me 10 minutes ago, if they would have shown me a picture of this person, said, hey, you're about to kiss this person, I would have said, like, no, I'm not. I can tell you right now, I'm not. It's not that they weren't my type, but they weren't my type. I wouldn't have seen myself in a situation like this. But I followed the magic. And again, it wasn't like this person was trying to get into my pants. It was just the most magical. This was part of my 1.5 years of magic. Like, just the most beautiful, innocent, playful, again, no icky energy, no karmic energy, like no ick gets the flick. There's none of that. This was just the sweetest. And this is what they're calling me, like, to tell you, like, write down these magical moments, remember, because again, in order to build up the energy again, all of our cups are empty. We're all feeling terrible. Not all of us, I'm speaking for probably half the world. Half the world's feeling terrible, half the world's probably feeling great. But to remember the good stories too, and to like, yeah, oh man, yeah, go write out your favorite, that type of story. Think about it. Who was that moment for? And the great things, folks, is that there are more of these moments. That was just one moment for me. Do you know how many probably, I'm sure there will be another moment that is going to be equally, if not greater, in magic. That is just one, but it's one I've never forgotten because it was just so out of the box and just the perfect conditions. Like, just literally handed to me by spirit. Like, I couldn't have written it any better. That's where, again, surrendering to spirit really, if you allow spirit to knock your socks off, spirit will not, like, human beings, we're so limited sometimes in our imagination. Allow spirit to, like, woo the fuck out of you, show you a good time. I couldn't have in my wildest dreams come up with that moment. And today it's still, I'm like, I can't even picture really that person's face anymore. I don't know who they are. I don't know where they are. All I know is that we now have this beautiful converging, this point in time where such an innocent, playful thing like changed my life. To this day, it's a little just like this. Yeah, like this little seed, the way that we impact each other, you know? But I still hold this little gift in that moment. 2 ships in the night. Okay, let's get to the king and then fuck, we gotta get out of here. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Don't you love a first kiss? Though again, someone needs to get smooched. Holy. I love, oh, the nerves of a first kiss when you really like someone and you're so fucking nervous about that fucking first kiss. Nothing beats it. Again, the machine. Nerves, the butterflies. You know when you want to have like nervous diarrhea about it too? Like that kind of nerves. Where you just want to throw up in your mouth. Like that kind of nerves. When your palms are sweating, like everything. You're just beside yourself. You're just beside yourself because you're so fucking excited. Isn't that the best? Again, the machine. Don't lose your humanity. Don't lose that. Don't lose your butterflies for someone. 85. Right? Yeah, let's get this right. Here we go. Yeah, the king, the ruler, the commander, the emperor. If our lives are imagined as a kingdom containing the entire spectrum of human experience, the king presides over it all. Through the lens of the king, we assess the state of our land, make decisions, and rule accordingly. Therefore, the king must be thoroughly and regularly vetted so as to avoid corruption. Yeah, I think we all know we're doing that right now. We're going to be tossing some asses of kings out of here. Recognize the dual nature of the king. He is either seated in benevolence and strength, guiding you towards peace, or he is oppressing the weak out of a need to control. There's not much middle ground. Some think of the king as the ultimate expression of the ego, yet the great kings of the mythology, or of mythology, and history, again, going back to his story, the patriarchy. Who's been writing the stories? A lot of white old men. Serve from an ego. Okay, sorry. Yet the great kings of mythology and history serve from an egoless place. They take their throne with grace and humility. Exactly. Knowing the divine uses them as a channel to heal deep and long-standing discrepancies in the kingdom. The king is necessary. He is a bridge between the eternal and the day-to-day. It is also said that it is necessary for the king to die. Yeah. The king needs to die. This is a death of ego. The orange ego. Once the king's relationship to divinity is broken or challenged, he often acts from a place of fear, scrambling to uphold his image and power. Yeah, I've been saying this in a lot of my readings. That power is dying. It's dunsies. It's deadsies. It's deadsies. Whew, okay. I gotta end this because I literally gotta go and I don't want to keep this too long. Okay, well, that is the message. Wow, lots there for all of us. All of these things I take the same advice where I'm like, gotcha. Dream a little dream with me. Mama Cass. Okay. Well, collective, stay blessed, stay golden. You are the storyteller. Who sits at the storyteller's table? You do. And go write out, and maybe if you don't have that kiss yet, write out the kiss that you do want. Oh shit, Cinnamon. There you go. How about that? How about we write out the kisses, the magical kisses that we do want? I'm here for it. Okay. Bye.